And I think we are live. Think we are live. Think we are live. I am broadcasting from the condo. So we're giving the energy that the internet here is going to be amazing. That's the energy we're going to give. Is that it's going to be amazing. Kathy, can you check me? Make sure that I'm not pixelated, that I'm not like doing this weird freezing thing. Do a little tech check. Morgan! We'll do a little tech check. How am I doing? Am I pixelated? Am I sounding like a robot? I'm good. Ah, yay! Good morning, good morning, good morning. That is the message that I get from my assistant every single morning. Good morning. It's an awesome thing to wake up to, being sung to. It's awesome, it's awesome. Hello everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Magical 5. I'm so excited that you are here. I'm really super excited today to talk about clairaudience. Clairaudience, the clear hearing ability, and why it's important to our daily morning routine. Why it's important to our daily morning routine. If you are new to me, this is Alea broadcasting from the business page. So if you're new to me, please hashtag new to you. So I know that you're here, so I can say hello. Hashtag new to you. If you've been around for a while, say hello. Hi. Good morning. I'm following my assistant's lead. I'm going to sing good morning to everybody. Good morning. If you have been around for a while, say hello. If you've been watching, say hello. Let me know that you're here so I can say hi back. If you're super excited about the Clairaudience training today, say yay! If you're watching the live stream, if you're watching this on the replay, don't do hashtag replay. Let's do hashtag shifting. Hashtag shifting. So if you're watching the replay, hashtag shifting. So know that you're watching. I know that you're watching. I'm really, really excited. I just want you guys to know that me coming on and doing a 9 a.m. or 9:15 a.m. live stream in the morning, because it is 9:15 here in Oregon. For me to get up at 9:15 a.m. and actually do a live stream this early in the morning, like I told my assistant, I was like, schedule it at 9 in the morning. She laughed, and I was like, no. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I did it. Here we are. Absolutely. I woke up this morning and there was this pause. Do I really want to do it at 9 o'clock this morning? Hell yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, give me some props for that. Because usually at 9 o'clock in the morning, I am headlong in my coffee. I've got my journal out, I'm working through my classes, I'm like working on my schedule, I'm like doing all the morning things. But I don't ever usually come on and do like a live stream, right? It's usually my morning routine and all that other stuff. So, hey Melissa, yay! I'm excited too. Why is clairaudience important? Hi Jane! Why is clairaudience important? Well, clairaudience is clear hearing. And I'm going to say that most of you who are watching this, if you don't think you have a clairaudient ability, I'm going to say, I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet actually everybody who's listening to this in the future, right now, all of you have a clairaudient ability. Clairaudience is one of those abilities that has this it's kind of sneaky. It's kind of a sneaky little ability, right? Because clairaudience is something that we've had with us our whole lives, that we've gotten accustomed. We've gotten accustomed to kind of hearing it. And oftentimes we hear it so much that we don't even recognize that it's the inner being guidance that's coming to us. Don't really realize. We're gonna, is it in my head? Is it my ego? Is it my imagination? Or is it my inner being? All right? What is this? Like, what am I hearing? Is this truth? Is this soul truth? Or is it just my ego playing with me? And there's a lot of different ways that we can develop clairaudience. There's a lot of different ways that we can develop clairaudience. And the thing about developing clairaudience is that you have to give it time. You absolutely have to give it time. It's one of those things. Hey, Susan. It's one of those things that you may begin to start to recognize really fast and just kind of like integrate it really fast and be like, oh my God, there it is. Yeah, okay, yay, I'm clairaudient now. Or it may be one of those things that you really, really have to pay attention to and allow over time to kind of come and just keep working on it, keep working on it, keep working on it, right? Allow the time. Don't try to rush it. As with any psychic ability, the worst thing that you can do is try to rush it. Try to push it. Because as soon as you try to rush it or you try to push it, you're actually giving resistance to it. Okay? And when we try to rush and try to push, I got to have this now, I got to have this now, sort of comes into the place, hey, take it. It comes into the place that says, hey, I really don't have this. I'm gonna push harder. I gotta show it off. I gotta figure it out. Psychic ability takes time. And time is such a beautiful thing, right? It's such a beautiful thing. My favorite statement in the whole wide world is this. Can't force it. No, you can't force it. Every little step in progress is progress. Every tiny step in progress is progress. Every step in progress is progress after all, right? We have to celebrate. We have to celebrate when we realize something or have awareness around something. But we also have to celebrate when we give that something our energy. When we pull our energy into that something and we say, yes, I did it. Like, I totally woke up this morning and I totally set the timer for 2 hours and I totally did my mindset routine, my morning mindset routine. I'm so proud of myself. Whether you had results from it or not, in that exact moment, we're all in the moment kind of peeps, right? I gotta have results in this exact moment. What happens is when you start developing a morning routine, when you start, hey Amy, hey Stephanie, when you start, hey Patty, when you start developing a morning routine, a morning mindset routine, and I totally say that morning is the best time to do it. It is the best time to do it first thing in the morning, the first hour or the first 2 hours after you wake up. Grab your coffee, do your pee, put your hair up in a bun, take a shower. I don't care what you do, but allow that 2 hours to involve morning mindset, just morning mindset. Before you pick up your phone, before you start scrolling Facebook, scrolling Instagram, scroll. Before you pick up the phone, I even tell my clients, take your phone and put it in the other room. Put it in the other room. Don't even put it beside your bed. Put it in the other room. Don't even pick up the phone. Don't even pick up. Everything can wait an hour or two. Everything can wait, right? Don't even pick up your phone. Why is it important first thing in the morning? Because when you first wake up in the morning, you still have melatonin running through your body in the first hour. Hey, Lori, I did my pink light this morning. Hell yeah. Celebrate that, right? Celebrate it. I did my thing. I did it. What we don't realize is that every time that we go and we make we attempt, and we're doing the intention, and we're doing the work, and we're deviling into the mindset, deviling into meditation, deviling into journaling, deviling into pink lighting, right? What happens is that the progress is being done internally over time. It's being done over time, right? And so as we continue to do it, we start seeing little progresses, little subtle progresses, and we're like, whoa, who is this girl? Whoa, wait a minute, I'm feeling this stuff? Wait, hold. Because one of the things I want to say to you is that when you recognize, when you're doing the mindset work, and you're doing the mindset work, and you're doing the mindset work, and I love this when my clients call me and they're like, oh my God, Alea, I've been doing the mindset work every day, and this morning I feel sad. I feel completely sad. I don't even know where this sadness is coming from, but I'm sad. And I don't like feeling this way. I want to know where it comes from. When you say stuff like that, yo, that's awareness. It's awareness. Oh my God, I'm feeling so frustrated. I'm feeling stressed. I don't know where to pinpoint it, but I know that it's coming up. I can feel it. I recognize it. I don't like the way it feels. Like when you start noticing that stuff, and you're like, where does it come from? Like when you're searching where it's coming from, it's awareness. Yes, it doesn't feel good right now, but I'm really glad that I noticed that it doesn't feel good. Because as soon as I notice that it doesn't feel good, I can shift this. I can shift it. I can shift it and move it. It's awareness. Celebrate it. Yeah, I feel like crap. I don't know where it comes from. I'm glad I'm asking. I'm so glad I'm asking. Where is it coming from? Because in that asking, that's pulling me more into the internal dialogue that I want to be having so that I can shift this and move it in the right direction. Right? Tech takes away from our natural abilities, deadens our perceptions. Absolutely. Me too. I did it first thing, and it was much more intense than when I do it in the middle of the day. Absolutely. That's awesome, Lori. Celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate when you do. Celebrate when you do the doing. And know that the results are coming. The greatest myth to meditation is people think that when they're in meditation, something drastic and magical and mystical is supposed to happen in the moment. I did my meditation and it was like dead space, Alea, for like a whole hour. All I saw was colors. All I saw was colors. Hello, that's energy. And oftentimes meditation is doing the inner work. It's doing the inner processing. It's slowing the brain down so that you can get more clarity, so that you can feel more calm, so that you can come to your awarenesses. Yeah, I have to learn to celebrate. Absolutely. Celebrate, Stephanie. Celebrate, celebrate. Yeah, learning to celebrate. Celebrate every moment, right? I'm going to be in the moment. I'm going to celebrate this moment. I'm doing the thing. The greatest excuse to not developing abilities, or not even going into the morning mindset routine, or not doing meditation, or not doing journaling, is they don't have time. I don't have time for that, Alea. I love this. We're going to tackle this really quick before we get into the clairaudience piece, because this is really, really important, okay? I put up a thing yesterday on my timeline. We're creating a subscription group for professional mediums and mediums who want to have like support network and challenges and new information and just ability training and psychic ability training. We're doing that right now. And I had put a thing on my timeline yesterday, and a woman come on. She's like, oh, I'd really like to, but I don't have time. I don't have time. We're hearing sales out behind us. That's really cool. Like, don't put that on my timeline. Don't put that you don't have time on my timeline. Scrolling Facebook, scrolling Instagram. God, I wish I had more time. Scrolling. I wish I had more time. Instagram. Ooh, check out that story. Oh, I wish I had more time. Facebook stories. Wish I had more time. Hey girl. Oh, did you hear about what Susie did yesterday? I wish I had more time. I was a single mom. As a single mom, working 2 jobs, 1 full-time job, 1 part-time job, and I was developing my abilities and doing readings at the same time. I have a lady in my Beyond Psychic program right now who's running a multi-million-dollar business, okay? And at the same time of running her multi-million-dollar business, she's also creating a wellness center, a massive wellness center. This lady sleeps between 4 to 6 hours every night. She has conference calls at like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? We want to talk about a woman who is constantly doing and constantly busy. During our last class call, she actually came onto the call and said, listen, I can't speak because I'm listening to my conference call and you at the same time. Don't tell me you don't have time. We make time for the things that are important to us. Lori, crazy stuff going on with her kids and everything, and she making time. Can't tell me that you don't have time. We make time for the things that we want to do. We make time for it. And when we give the excuse that I don't have time, it simply means you don't really want to do it. There's something you're afraid of. There's something you're afraid to look at. One of the greatest excuses I had with my journaling is I didn't have time. I don't want to journal. I didn't have time. No, I had time. Scroll. I had time. I was afraid of the awarenesses that were going to come out in my journaling. Right? I was afraid of what I was going to see. And I didn't recognize that, so I gave myself the excuse I have time. So when you start saying to yourself, I really want to do that thing, but I don't have time, call bullshit on yourself. Call absolute and total bullshit on yourself. Be like, yeah, you don't want to do it because yada, yada, yada. Okay, let me look at the comments. Lori says I don't have time, but I've been making it. Yes, you have, because it's important to you. Hello, love. Hey, Amy. Absolutely 100% morning routine to center and align. Completely changed my life years ago. I've now added Alea's pink light, solar plexus breathing, wealth echo, and so much more. I love it. Whoa, there's been so much pouring in. Powerful stuff. I love, love, love. Love your energy. Thank you. To Ruth, yeah, Kim says truth. Now I'm still struggling with time for journaling. So look at it, right? Look at it and ask yourself, why am I avoiding this thing? Why am I avoiding this thing? Okay, so clairaudience is the coolest psychic ability ever. It is the coolest psychic ability ever. It is my favorite psychic ability. Because the voice is in my head. The voice is in my head. Help guide me. I'm attuned. I'm attuned to the inner being voice. And I want to attune you to your inner being voice too. Now listen to me. We're going to do a couple exercises. If you're not hearing anything right off, don't be like, I can't do it. I'm not clairaudient. It's not going to happen for me. Keep doing them. Keep doing the exercises. Even if like you go 4 and 5 days and you're like, nothing's happening, Alea, nothing's happening. I promise you, keep doing it. Keep doing it. And keep doing it. Because when you're doing it and you're in the intention of I'm developing my clairaudience, you're telling your subconscious, I'm looking for that guidance, I'm looking for that voice, and the subconscious begins to relax. When you keep doing it and you're not pressuring yourself, the subconscious begins to relax. And then finally, allowance happens and you hear. Lori says, oh, I've been hearing one really loud and clear. I love it, love it, love it. Is it normal to have more than one voice? So we have spirit guides. We have spirit guides, okay? Our spirit guides they're not out here, people. They're not out here. Our spirit guides they're in our aura, but they're not outside of us. It's not something that's outside of us. Your spirit guides actually incarnate with you. They're a part of this complex soul energy that you have. They're a part of who you are. Okay? They are the part of you that's not attached to the physical. They are the part of you that is kind of in that higher vibration realm. So they're able to kind of give us the guidance of the outside of the box perspective, right? Because when we're in the box, we may not be able to see everything that's inside the box. And if we can kind of just pull our energies out above the box and look within, then we can kind of see what everything that is there, right? So these spirit guides are a part of who you are. They're just operating from a higher vibration. They're operating from a higher realm, and they're not attached to the physical emotion. They're not attached to the physical ego, and they're not attached to the physical emotion. They're a separate part of you that is not a part of that. So they don't feel for us. They're like, oh man, I'm gonna cry. She lost her job. Oh, they're not doing that. Oh man, she can't find the money to pay her rent. Oh, and they're crying. They're not doing that. I promise you. I promise you, they're not doing that. They're going, we're waiting for her to ask for the guidance. We're waiting for her to ask the guidance. We're going to show her. We're going to give her signs in the physical experience so that she can be led. So she's not really listening. So we're going to show her on the outside experience so that she can be led. Which is why oftentimes we see things like 111, 555, 444. You know, we're seeing all these different sequences of numbers. And we're going, oh, that's really cool. What's happening? Your energy is speaking to you. Your energy is speaking to you. It's saying, listen. When you see all this repetitive patterns and you see things that show up, it's telling you to listen. Take a breath and listen. And I kid because I say listen with the head, but we actually listen with the solar plexus, which is down by the belly button. To be talked about later. Hearing voices with your actual ears outside the body is not spirit guides, but spirit around you, right? Yes. Yes. Hi, Christina. So your spirit guides are consistently giving you guidance from the internal place, which is why we want to develop clairaudience, the inner being, the inner goddess. We want to listen for the clairaudience. So I just kind of want you guys to do a little exercise with me really quick. Just take a nice deep breath. And when you take a deep breath, I want you to take that deep breath into the nose and go straight into the heart, right? Let it go. Feels really good to breathe, doesn't it? Now I want you to take that breath. I want you to take that breath all the way down into the belly button. Take a nice deep breath all the way into the belly button. Hold it and release. Make it a loud breath. Oh. I usually take a breath and like, and Brian's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm taking a solar plexus breath. Let it be deep. Feels really good to breathe, right? So we're not actually hearing ourselves breathing. We can hear it through the nose and hear it through that. But go ahead and take your hands and put them over your ears. And take a nice deep breath into the solar plexus. And release. So we're listening to the internal breath going in and the internal breath, or the external breath going out, right? But it's all inside. A lot of the reasons why we have a hard time hearing our psychic hearing with clairaudience is because we're waiting to hear something out here. We're using our physical ears. We're waiting to hear something coming in from out here. The guidance is internal. It's inside. And so we have to learn to tune our hearing from listening out to listening inward, right? So the very first thing that I'm going to suggest to you that you do in order to really get a good practice with this is to literally put some headphones on every morning when you're going into your mindset routine. Before you do your pink light exercise, put some headphones on your ears and don't plug it into anything. Don't plug it into anything, right? And then start taking those deep breaths. Bring down the pink light. Listen to everything that's happening internally, because what that's doing is it's training your hearing to go this way and not that way. It's an immediate shift of how we use our hearing. And what I tell people is when you have the headphones in your ears and you're listening to the breath, I want you to reach and try to listen for the heartbeat. Reach and try to listen. Hey Nikki, I was just talking about you. Reach and listen in for the heartbeat. See if you can hear the heart beating. Ba-ba. 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 Reach to hear the... As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Let's just go ahead and do that now. If you don't have any headphones on your ears, I just want you to put your hands over your ears like this. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into the heart. Release. And I want you to reach down, and I want you to hear the heartbeat. Try to reach and hear the heartbeat. Reach and hear the heartbeat. Now, just so you know, it's going to be really difficult for you to actually hear your heartbeat. Okay? It's going to be really, really difficult for you to actually hear your heartbeat. But what it's doing is it's training the inner hearing to go deeper inward. It's training the inner hearing to go deeper inward and to try to listen. It's focusing on listening. It's focusing on listening to the inner being. It's focused on listening to the heart or the belly button. Okay? It's focused on listening. This is a really, really powerful exercise if you do it every day. Now, add a little something to this. Add a little something to this. Because in life, as we're walking around town, right? So we're walking around, we're driving our cars, we're going to work, we're taking care of our kids, we're in school, whatever. We can't be like this all the time, right? Because there's all kinds of external noises happening and our ears are picking it up. So it can't be like this all the time, right? We want to be able to operate when there's noise outside of us and also be able to concentrate inward. We got all kinds of things popping up here. Concentrate inward while we are listening. We want to be able to listen and hear at the same time. So a little practice that you can add to this is to put some music on in the background while you're doing this exercise, while you're in your morning mindset routine. And what you do with the music is you put the music on just loud enough so that you can barely hear it with the headphones on. Because what'll be happening is as you're listening inward and focusing all your soul being inward, your external hearing is going to be reaching for that sound. It's going to be reaching for that sound. So you are able to take in external hearing and focus on internal hearing at the same time. It's cool. Lori says, Kim, yes, it's been extremely loud lately, especially a Hank Williams song, really weird. Yeah, songs, when you wake up to songs, I always wake up to songs. They have guidance attached to them. Go and listen to the song. Go and listen to the song. Go read the lyrics. See if it makes sense. How about when your ears are ringing all the time? So when your ears are ringing all the time, a lot of times what people do is they actually, this is actually a really, really good question, Susan, because a lot of times people think, oh my gosh, I'm getting guidance right now. I got to drop what I'm doing and try to hear into the ringing. No. When you hear the ringing in your ears, what that means is that the energy, the spirit guide energy, the divine energy is in your physical aura. It's in your physical aura and it's creating a friction sound. It's two energies really, really meeting. Yeah, there's intense energy with you. Yes, there's a being, a divine part of you that is trying to really catch your attention, but the energy is creating this friction. It's creating a friction sound. That's where the ringing of the ears comes in. Now, here's a really cool thing that you can do with that. Here's a really cool thing that you can do with that. When you get the annoying ringing in the ears, I simply say, Spirit, I know that you're here. I thank you for being here and providing me the guidance that you want to provide me, but I can't hear you. You're too close. Because, you know, have you ever tried to talk to somebody and they talk to you like this and it's like right on top of you and you can't hear them, like because they're so close, it's too loud or it's not, you're not being heard. I actually ask them to step back a little bit. I hear you. I know you're here. I can hear the sounds of your being here. I know you're trying to provide me a message. Can you step back a moment? Wait for the ringing in the ears to stop, and then go in. Then go in and try to hear or try to receive what is being said to you. And you may not hear it in actual words. You may close your eyes and you may feel it in your body. You may have this intuitive sense to what it is. Allow yourself to decipher that as if it is a voice, if it is a loud voice coming to you and saying, hey, yeah, go do that. But ask them to step back. It was a really good question. I get the same thing. Sometimes voices even saying, hi, Kim, or complete sentences that I thought were someone in the house talking to me, but no one was around. I have found that it is definitely spirit. I actually love when it happens. Medium, of course. Lauren, listen into specific and focus on one sound. Yes, I do. I get the feeling, I get the same, Kim says, I get the same thing. Sometimes voices, okay, I think I already read that. Why is it doing it twice? Hello, Kim, how are you? Nice to see you. Yes, it would freak me out at first, but now I'm beginning to love it. It can be like when that voice comes in the first time, that it'll come in, when it comes in and it booms, it'll sound very different from your own voice. And it'll kind of like, whoa, what is that? Imagine songs in your mind. I get them all the time. 24/7 ringing, baby. I feel it when it happens. Okay, so yeah, just ask them to step back, right? This very thing, this clairaudience thing, what I'm saying is when you are doing the exercise, it's going to shift gradually. It's going to shift and shift gradually. And then all of a sudden you're going to be driving and you're going to hear it and you're going to go, or you're going to be walking down the road and you're going to be like, oh my God, right? So this is like weird, like I heard a voice, or oh my God, I'm like, am I crazy? Or oh my God, it happened, right? It'll come out. So that's expect those emotions. Okay. So morning routine is to literally sit, put some music on, put some headphones on to where you can barely hear it. Bring down the pink light, what we talked about yesterday. Bring down the pink light. Feel the pink light moving through your body. Feel it. Reach for the feeling of the pink light coming down. Reach for the warmth. Reach for the love. Reach for the feeling of it coming down. Reach for the feeling of it coming down. All the while you're trying to listen internally and breathing into the belly button. Breathing into the belly button. Thank you, Val. Good morning, sweetheart. Stephanie says, I sometimes hear a group of people mumbling. Can't hear what they are saying. I have to learn to try and hear them. Yeah, so basically, this is intention. Like whenever we are developing psychic ability, I want you to remember that a lot of this is intention, right? It's intention work. Okay, and so what happens is we can actually use our imagination to speak intention back. A lot of times, those of you who remember being a child and having great vivid imaginations, or even experiences as a child that didn't feel scary, or maybe did feel scary, or felt exciting, and then you started to grow out of it. There's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. Because when you were a child and you were deep in your imagination, Spirit, or Divine, speaks to us through our imagination center of the brain. They speak to us in thought walks in our imagination center in the brain. Okay? And so we get taught, we get conditioned out of it. We can get conditioned out of the imagination. We were taught to be more realistic. We're taught to have, realistic goals. We're taught to be more analytic. And so we break away from the imagination. We break away from the imagination. And in that, we break away from connection. Right? So when we start using the imagination to speak back, then we start bridging that gap to communication again, and things begin to start really moving fast. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to create scenarios within my imagination that's speaking to Spirit. So if I hearing like mumbling, like there's mumbling and I can't really hear them, I basically go in and I imagine that I go into my brain and I imagine that my ears have like little volume knobs on them and I turn them up. Turn them up so that I can hear. I tune into the frequency so that I can hear. I tune into the frequency that I can hear. And I check the bass. I check the treble, right? I check. I go in and I play with those little knobs. It'll literally, it's speaking to the divine inner being that I'm working to hear this more clearly. They're like, oh, I wish I could hear it more clearly. Damn, I can't hear it. Oh, I can't hear them. Ah, oh, man. I'm going to go in and I'm going to tune in. I'm going to tune, right? Play with it a little bit. I read about 5 hours to myself in the AM. I think it's time to get a babysitter. Yes! Yeah, don't know. Laura, you were in Spirit Guide Mindset yesterday. Where is that word, I wish? Where is that word, I wish? You listened to that call yesterday. Take away that word. What if I could get a babysitter? Right? The pink light was amazing this morning. It's an amazing, amazing experience when you really get to feel it and pull it through. What about people who come out of nowhere like ghosts? What about them? But can we be both analytic and imaginative? We can find balance, absolutely. Absolutely can find balance. Absolutely. The problem is that we're off balance. We're too analytic. We're too in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Left brain. We want to be in the right brain. Right? Okay, so when you do your pink light, and you're in the moment, you got the music going, I want you to do some word exercises in your head. Now, if everybody will, just for a moment, say the word out loud. Wherever you are, say it out loud. Hello. Hello. Say it out loud. Now, I want you to hear yourself say hello. Hear it? Reach for the external hearing. Hello. You like, Alea, you're ridiculous. I promise you this works. Promise you. Cover your ears and say out loud, hello. Hello. Now, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And this time when you take a deep breath, I want you to take a deep breath upwards into your ears. So imagine that the breath is going if nobody could hear this live stream, they'd probably think I was insane. Okay. And as you do, I want you to hear yourself inside your head say, hello. Nice deep breath. Everybody hear it? Everybody hear themselves saying, hello, out loud? Hello. My hubby thinks I'm mad. But I think being ambidextrous helps with that. Yes, it does. It can, absolutely. Because you use both sides of your brain in balance already. Can you hear it? Did you hear yourself say, hello, inside your head? Kim says yes. Who else? Who else has heard themselves say, hello, inside your head? I'll wait. We'll play the music. Do, 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 do. Y'all are doing this, right? Hello. Me. No, what's my problem, damn it? You don't have a problem. I want you to work on it. So you hear yourself say hello out loud. Hello. Close your ears. Hello. And then go into your mind. Reach for the imagination, Nikki. Reach into the imagination center of the brain. I want to pretend like I hear it. It's okay if you don't hear it right off. It's okay if you don't hear yourself right off. I promise you. There's nothing wrong with you. See, there's Nikki. There's Mickey. What's my problem, damn it? You don't have a problem. There's no problem. There's no problem. You identify that you have a problem. I have a problem. I can't hear it. I can't do it. So what are you telling the subconscious? I can't do it. You tell the subconscious, I can do it. What if I can? What if I can do this? What if I can hear? What if I can? What if I keep doing this and I keep trying and I hear? Right? We change it. Change the language. Change the language, Nikki. Right now. So now that you heard yourself say hello. Hello. What I want you to do is I just want you to close your eyes. I want you to focus in the center of your chest where your heart chakra is. Actually, it's about 1.5 inches away from the body. You can kind of just focus your energy on there. Just breathe. Pay attention to your breath. Just make it a little more slow and rhythmic. Don't go crazy, just paying attention. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Just easy, right? Easy. Now I want you to hear yourself again. Say, hello. I want you to reach. I want you to see yourself screaming. If you can't hear it, I want you to see yourself screaming, hello. I want you to reach for the hearing of it. Go into the imagination. See yourself saying, hello. Now, I want you to ask your inner being to be fully present, the divine part of you, the spirit guides, the guidance. And I want you to ask them to say, hello, and see if the voice is different. If there's a little twang, a little tone difference, a little bit of change, a little alteration to the sound, a little deeper, a little higher, a little more even. Ask them to say hello. Tell me what you experienced. Tell me what you experienced. Did you experience hearing yourself in the same tone? Did you hear something a little different? Did you hear something completely different? Did you not hear anything at all? I hear a man's voice. My mind is so loud and busy, my voice is muffled. But you hear it. But you hear it. See, you're putting focus in. So now, as you begin to focus in, your brain process is slowing down, Nikki, right? It's slowing down. So that now that you're starting to hear a muffle, through the mind of your own voice, it's focus energy. You're beginning to hear, which is going to bring you more clarity, which is what we talked about yesterday, maybe a practice that you can go into. It's super cool. This is super cool. Totally nothing at all. Completely nothing. I'm hearing nothing. Keep working on it. I promise you, if you keep focusing and keep listening and keep doing it, it's going to be something that's going to change. Now, I like to set up what I call the code word today. I like to set up the code word. I hear a feminine voice. Nice. So, the code word for me might be today, because Spirit does speak to us in thought blocks. Spirit guides drop like a word down or a phrase down, and it's not usually like full-on sentences unless you're in total channeling and you're in that place of channeling and you're writing or you're doing something. You may hear it in boom, boom words. Boom, boom words. Almost a whisper. Awesome. Awesome. I hear on the other side of my mind. Yes. Does that make sense? Yes. I hear mine on the right and the other on the left. Yes, yes, yes. That's awesome, Amy. Pay attention to that. That's them letting you know this is how you're going to hear me. This is how you'll hear me. Okay? So I like to, because a lot of times we start rolling through life, we start picking up on the habits of life, we start picking up on old habits and patterns of behavior, right, as we're rolling through the day. I like to set up a code word with my guides. Now my 4-month-old is trying to say hello. I love it. I love it. I like to set up what I call a code word. And what I ask the inner being to do is to drop me this code word, to drop it in when I need to stop and pay attention to what I'm saying to myself, how I'm acting or how I'm reacting to something, okay? To let me be aware that I need to shift a thought or shift a thing in the moment. So in the morning, I set up the code word. The code word for today will be red. I make it one syllable word, red. So I go in, put my headphones in my ears, do my breathing, bring in my pink light. I tell my guides, hello, hello. I ask them to tell me hello back, hello. It's going to be different every day. Today, I need you. Today, I desire that you let me be aware when I need to shift, change my thought patterns. Let's use the code word red today. So then what I do is I go, okay, I'm hearing myself say red. All right, guys, come on in and tell me red. Okay. Go into the imagination center. Right there, I just heard a deeper voice, more masculine voice, red. So I guess today our code word is red. That's it. Just make that part of your morning routine. Make that part of what you're doing. It's super easy. It's super easy. What I don't want you to do is be like, oh, I ain't hearing nothing, so there's something wrong with me and I can't do it. I can't do it, Alea. I'm going to go scroll. Scroll. I can't do it. Scroll. I can't do it. Where's my Facebook? Where's Instagram? I got to check out the stories. I don't have time. I want you to be honest with yourself and say, okay, maybe I don't think I can do it, but what if I could? What if I give this a shot? What if I do it day after day? And then finally, suddenly, my inner being starts speaking to me, and we have a code word every day, and I'm like aware when a thought comes in to either be proud of myself or to shift something really, really quickly. What if that worked? Oh my gosh, yay. Scroll. I love you guys. Okay, let me come back and look at some of these comments. So I heard a deeper, softer voice, almost like a whisper. I hear on the other side, I did read that. Now my 4-month is trying to say hello. My code word with my spirit guides is ninja. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you're implementing it into your morning routine. I hope you're doing the thing. Right? I hope you're doing the thing. We are leading up to, as I said yesterday, we are leading up to our amazing shift experience. I'm so freaking excited about what's happening with the shift. I'm so excited about what's happening with the shift. Last year we did a shift program, and I've had some women with just amazing results come out of this program. And they're like, are you going to do the shift again? You're going to do the shift again? And then someone else was like, are you going to do the goddess stuff again? Are you going to do the goddess stuff again? Because I did a goddess class too. So I did a goddess class and a shift class right about the same time. And I said, oh, wait a minute. I got the guidance to like blend them. So it's going shift, goddess mode, shift, goddess mode. And I'm super excited about it. We start October 14th. That's when all the pre-work is going to begin. I have 5 days of pre-work that'll happen, and then we're going to have 6 modules over 3 weeks, 6 2-hour modules over 3 weeks. I'm going to be talking about all the parallel jumping, all the parallel shifting, moving, changing our perceptions of how we see ourselves on our current path, collapsing the timelines, stepping into the goddess experience within ourselves, and operating from that place. It's truly, truly, truly going to be complete. I'm going to use Lauren's word, epic. It's going to be epic as hell, and I'm really super excited about it. After the 6 modules, we're going to have 2 weeks of Q&A, and I'm actually going to give you 1 month free into our group that is going to follow this. It'll be our monthly subscription group that's going to follow this. I think that we're just going to call it The Shift with Alea. So you get 1 month of mentorship after this as you're on your own and doing your own shifts as well. The entire course, I don't know, Kathy, if you have the link, if you can post the link for me. The entire course is $777 paid in full. Excuse me, $777 paid in full, or 4 bi-weekly payments of $222. October 14th is my birthday. Of course it is. Of course it is, Stephanie. My son, see, it's like the perfect day to start, isn't it? We were going to have it start on October 7th, which was my assistant's birthday, Kathy. But I was like, no, we need more time. I got some more stuff dropping down. Give me another week. Let's start at October 14th because I got all the guidance dropping down. Let's break the chains that bind us. Let's move into our next level. Let's shift into the next level. If you want to take this even further, I said yesterday, I do not normally advertise my coaching packages. For whatever reason, I always attract the most amazing clients into, I say whatever reason, of course I attract the most amazing clients. And it's not something I usually have to advertise. I keep a minimal amount on my coaching. But I do have one spot available. And so I wanted to say, if you want to take this like next level, come and join. It's 8 month. It's an 8-month coaching program. We meet 3 times a month, one-on-one. And you're also part of my Crimson Moon Gathering group, which is all the amazing women that I work with. We share our goals and dreams and desires and support one another in such a beautiful way. It's amazing. And you'll also get the Shift Goddess Mode as part of the program. You'll get every workshop that I do through the 8 months that we're working together, and any other like workshops and things that are going to help elevate you. All of that will be part of it. You also get Sedona. Sedona is happening October 26th from 1 p.m. October 26th to October 27th at 1 p.m. It is a 24-hour goddess pajama party over the new moon in Sedona. We're going to be making freaking magic. We're going to be making magic. If Sedona is calling you and you're like, oh, I need a reason to go to Sedona, make this the reason. Okay? If you're a client, if you pay in full, my package for the 8 months is $10,000. So if you pay in full, I am sending you to Sedona on a first class trip. First class air trip to Sedona. And it's all the amazing things. So it's 8 months, 10K for 8 months. And you get the shift too. If you're just interested in Sedona, message me. Susan's like, I live in Arizona. If you are interested in coming in for the retreat, Susan, message me. Message me. So the entire evening is $888. You stay with us in the house. We're going to have a goddess pajama party. We're going to do a new moon ritual. I'm also going to be doing coach couching. So basically, we're going to be hanging out on the couch. We're going to be talking about, we're going to let all the feels come out, all the amazing feels come out. We're going to operate from the goddess place of emotion. We're going to let all the feels come out. And we're going to shift that. We're going to shift it. We're going to change our perception. And we're going to have amazing coaching opportunity right there, one-on-one live. But we're also going to have a beautiful manifesting with the new moon ritual, and that is going to be beautiful. We're going to get into our ritual clothes, feel all pretty. It's going to be amazing. Sedona is my dream. Yeah, I'm planning on coming to the UK some point, Stephanie. We're looking 2020. I think it's time. I have so many clients. I have so many clients in the UK. I think it's time I go. Sedona. What if I made it to Sedona? What if I could create Sedona for me? Ah! Okay. Day 3 is tomorrow. Day 3 is tomorrow. We're going to be talking about another amazing modality that was given to me from my spirit guide team that I call the subtle energy exercise. It's about really tapping into your clairsentience and really understanding what you're feeling. Really understanding what you're feeling and not trying to put a bad vibe on it, or I'm feeling something really creepy. Understand what you're really, really feeling. So you can attune to what you're feeling and turn that into another clairsentience exercise. Another clairaudience exercise. We can turn clairsentience into clairaudience. Who knew? Who knew that you could turn clairsentience into clairaudience? Who knew? We're going to have an amazing time. I think about the same time, 9:15 a.m. I think we're on the schedule for the same time, 9:15 a.m. Okay. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this. Mwah. I love you all. It is Thursday. Thursday is one of my favorite days of the week. I don't know why, but it is. Have an amazing Thursday. And as always, Alea signing off from her business page. I will see you on the other side. Bye-bye.